Can consciousness create reality? The science of creation from within. Opening. Hello, my dear friends. Welcome. Today we are going to talk about something very important, something that many people feel curious about, but also doubt. Words like visualization, wish fulfilled, living from the end, wealth meditation, manifestation, creating a new life, immediately raise questions in the mind. Is this real? Is this superstition? Is this just positive thinking? Or is there something truly possible here? So today, before we do any practice, before any guided meditation, before any visualization technique, we must first understand something clearly. This is not about magic. This is not about closing your eyes and imagining money falling from the sky. This is about something much deeper. It is about how the mind works, how the brain learns, how identity shapes destiny, how emotion fuels action, and how inner change becomes outer reality. So let us begin from the very foundation. Part 1. Everything outside was first created inside. Friends, look around you. Everything you see in human life was first created inside someone's mind. Before a building existed, it was imagined. Before an invention existed, it was conceived. Before a song existed, it was heard inwardly. Even your own life, every change you ever made began as an inner thought. I want something different. Napoleon Hill, in his famous book Think and Grow Rich, wrote, "Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve." Now, this is not a scientific equation, but it points to a psychological truth. Imagination is not fantasy. Imagination is the beginning of creation. The question is not whether imagination works. The question is, do we use it consciously or unconsciously? Part 2. The brain does not only react, it predicts. Modern neuroscience tells us something fascinating. The brain is not simply reacting to life. The brain is constantly predicting. It is building an inner model of reality. Your brain is always asking, what should I expect? What is possible? What is dangerous? What is important? So you do not experience the world as it is. You experience the world as your brain interprets it. Two people can live in the same house. One lives in hope, one lives in fear. Same world, different inner model. So inner reality matters deeply. Part 3. The Reticular Activating System, the brain's filter. There is a powerful system in the brain called the Reticular Activating System, or RAS. It is like a filter, because the brain cannot notice everything, so it decides what to highlight. Example, if you buy a new car, suddenly you see that car everywhere on the road. Were those cars not there before? They were always there, but now your brain is noticing them. This is the RAS. So when you hold a new vision inside, your brain begins to notice opportunities aligned with that vision. Not because of superstition, but because attention has shifted. Inner focus changes outer perception. Part 4. Visualization is mental rehearsal, real psychology. Now let us speak about visualization scientifically. Visualization is not pretending. Visualization is mental rehearsal. In sports psychology, athletes have used this for decades. Studies show, when an athlete vividly imagines training, the same brain circuits activate as physical practice. The brain learns through repetition, even imagined repetition. So visualization is like installing a blueprint. The brain begins to prepare. This is possible. This is familiar. This is real. So visualization is not fantasy. It is training the nervous system. Part 5. Emotion is the fuel. Thought alone is weak. Feeling is powerful. Why? Because emotion is not just emotion. Emotion is body chemistry, nervous system activation, motivation, energy for action. That is why Neville Goddard emphasized, feeling is the secret. The feeling of the wish fulfilled is not excitement, it is inner certainty. A calm sense, yes, this is possible. Emotion makes the brain learn faster. Part 6. The placebo effect. Science proves mind-body. One of the strongest scientific demonstrations of mind power is the placebo effect. Sometimes people improve not because of medicine, but because of belief. Belief changes stress hormones, immune function, healing response. And the opposite is also true, the nocebo effect. If people expect harm, they suffer more. So science confirms expectation shapes biology. A wonderful book on this is The Expectation Effect by David Robson. So inner belief is not imaginary. It has measurable effects. Part 7. Identity creates destiny. Friends, the deepest secret is not attracting wealth. The deepest secret is becoming a new self. Because your life outcomes come from identity. Inner image, identity shift, behavior shift, results shift. If you begin to feel, I am capable, you act differently. If you feel, I am unworthy, you shrink. So the goal is not to force reality. The goal is to embody a new identity. James Clear in Atomic Habits says, every action is a vote for the person you wish to become. So creation is identity-based. Part 8. Why emptiness comes first. Now here is the most important point. Most people fail at visualization because of resistance. They visualize while holding fear, doubt, desperation, unworthiness. So the mind says, I want wealth, but the heart says, it won't happen. That inner conflict blocks creation. That is why we first practiced emptiness. Letting go, surrender, present moment awareness, dissolving resistance. Emptiness clears the soil. Then the seed can grow. Part 9. Creation is not greed. It is life expressing. Wealth is not only money. True wealth is peace, love, health, freedom, ability to serve. Creation is spiritual when it comes from wholeness, not lack, not ego, but life expressing itself through you. Closing, the real formula. So friends, let us summarize. This is not superstition. This is the real mechanism. The mind shapes attention. Attention shapes choices. Choices shape habits. Habits shape destiny. And the true path is silence, vision, feeling, action, surrender. First, emptiness, then creation. And from this foundation, we will soon begin practices like wealth meditation, visualization without resistance, gratitude in advance, living from the fulfilled state. But now you understand, this is not fantasy. This is human potential. Thank you for watching, dear friends. This lecture is the foundation of everything we will explore next. Creation is not superstition. It is inner transformation becoming outer life. I would love to hear from you. What part of this lecture touched you most? Do you feel visualization is real, or have you struggled with doubt? In the coming sessions, we will begin practical guided meditations. Living the wish fulfilled. Wealth without resistance. Gratitude in advance. From emptiness to creation. Stay connected, and let us walk this journey together. Founder, Holistic Wellness Foundation. Imphal. Healing Beyond Boundaries. References. Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill. Atomic Habits, James Clear. Mindset, Carol Dweck. The Brain That Changes Itself, Norman Doidge. The Expectation Effect, David Robson.